AstroDim here doing the Leo Risings Cancer season readings. I'm sorry for the delay and all of that stuff, but I'm going through some technical difficulties. Mercury going direct and shadow period is the worst for me. So I've been told to cut these cards 3 times. Okay. All right, gotcha. Okay. Sometimes spirit speaks to me in a specific way, so that's why I'm like, okay, all right. So just give me all the heads up. All right. So I did the Astro Tarot before. I'm sorry if the camera's a little bit shaky while I do this, but basically I'm going to show you what I do. So I get a main card for your overall energy, which is the 4 of coins. And then I do a card for each house. Now, for the free readings that are offered for the public, I'm only going to do the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th house. But if you are interested in seeing the rest of the houses, you can join my Patreon, and I'm going to actually consider an offering for you to buy it separately too, okay? So sorry that you're hearing noise in the background. That is someone working on their yard, okay? So the overall card for you is the 4 of Pentacles. Really interesting. Knight of Cups. Okay, for the first house. This is 2nd, 3rd. Okay, let me put this in better order. 4th, 5th, 6th. Oh, you can look at the 4th. Sorry. Oh, 4th, 9 of Cups. Okay. 7th, the Strength. 8, 9, 10, the Temperance. 11 and 12. I don't look at reversals. I don't do reversals, okay? So these are your cards for the month. We're going to focus on the main card, the 1st, 4th, 7th, and 10th, because those are the cardinal points, one of the more important the important houses of astrology. Because I'm an astrologer first. Became an astrologer first before I became a tarot reader, okay? So overall, like the bottom of the deck, I like to kind of use that as a concluding card. It's the Knight of Swords, which is really interesting. So you have 2 knights here. So let's go talk about this energy real quick, okay? Overall card you have is the 4 of Pentacles. So it seems like that the overall energy for you is you holding on to something. If we see this traditionally, it seems like you're holding on to a coin. Okay. There's you might be wanting to save up, hold on to your money tightly, because there might be some bumps in the road. So just to be aware of that and hold on to your money. But there might be something else that you're holding on to. I don't know what is up with me, and intuitively I picked this up in the Cancer Rising video for Cancer season. But I feel like there's an inheritance dispute somewhere, and someone wants to hold on to something that was either inherited into them, or they're supposed to be the executive of a will, and they're needing to give things to people per the will, and they want to hold on to it. I don't know. I feel someone's trying to hold on to something. They could be just holding on to some money from the will. Someone wants to hold on to money. I also get in a separate message of someone being like, no, I'm not paying that. You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't have to pay that. I'm not paying that shit. So I'm getting that too. So there might be some energies coming off from there. But, overall, this gives the energy of holding on to money. This could be advice for you to hold on to money to save. But this also could be you holding on to money because you don't want to give money to anybody. You don't want to offer money to anybody. And I mean, that's up to you. You can figure that out yourself on how you want to handle that. But that's kind of the overall energy here, is you feeling like you holding on to money, material things, possessions, or trying to stabilize your money and your possessions too, okay? So definitely keep that in mind. For the first house represents your personality, persona, and appearance. It is the guiding force of your chart. So in this instance, it's the guiding force of your month or the season for the Cancer season, okay? Which is like, I think from the 20th, the Cancer season was from the 20th of June to like maybe the 21st of July. All right. So this is what this is covering, the time-wise, right? So you got the Knight of Cups, which is really interesting. Now, Knight of Cups is a romantic card. Knight of Cups is someone offering their love or their emotions to other people. And I mean, Leo risings are known for being like very romantic when it comes to like how they present themselves, but once they're in relationships with that Aquarius seventh house, they're a little more detached and not as romantic typically, you know what I mean? But with that Knight of Cups energy, you know, this is the energy that you are embodying. Again, this is your personality, persona, and appearance, even though it's a court card. So how I'm going to read this is you are the ones taking action. You are the one that's taking action based off of your emotion. You're the one that's giving a romantic gesture. You're the one who is offering their love to somebody. There could be a situation where someone is going through it emotionally, and you're offering your love and your emotion to somebody, right? Um, but this could also be too you be feeling like, hey, like I love this situation, I love this person, and I'm gonna show them my love. It could be just you showing love because you like what a person does and you appreciate what they do. But it's a major card of like you feeling like, you know what, I feel this way and I'm gonna take action based off of that. You know, and it could be any emotion. Like I feel a certain type of way, I'm going to take action based off of that feeling. The back of my mind can't help but to feel this is maybe like a romantic thing. But I also feel like looking at the rest of the cards, it can be romantic. But I feel like it might be a monetary thing too. Okay, but you're in the vibe of like I'm gonna go with the feeling. I'm gonna surrender to my feelings and I'm gonna act based off of that. Okay. Now for the energy, it makes sense because you know, right now, Mars is in Leo, Venus is about to hit Leo, right? And then at the end of Cancer season is Leo season. The sun's like right at the cusp towards the end. And so it makes sense that you have the Knight of Cups energy. You are motivated and driven to take action with Mars in your first house. And, you know, with you being a Leo rising, you are naturally expressive. Now, am I saying that you like will express your emotions and like scream to the mountaintops? No, because with Leo, there's a sense of um, not detachment, but there's a sense of like um, they show face while they express, right? So they'll be dramatic, but they're not going to show you their real feelings. That if they're really hurt, if they have these real feelings, they're going to cry in the corner a little bit. You know what I mean? They're going to lick their wounds in the corner for no one to see. But when it comes to just regular shit, like that's where they're expressive and dramatic. You know what I mean? With Mars being in the first house, you know, you're motivated and driven. Oh my God, what that sound? It's annoying. Like it's so annoying. I'm sorry. With Mars being in the first house, it's you know, you're motivated and driven to take action and express yourself, and that's part of your energy. So this kind of goes with the night energy with that Mars. And then Venus, you know, Venus is interesting because Venus is connected to love, but more contractual love, more like it's the niceties, it's the courting side of love. But when it comes to like, I feel like love is more of a moonish type of card. I mean, moonish type of fun planet. If you really think about it. But anyways, Venus does have a general connection to love because we used to see love as contractual back in the days when we developed these things. You get what I'm saying? But like Venus still has a very like lavish and beautiful and like money and love in like in the beginning of love, right? When you're buying people stuff and showing out and shit. It's kind of like that type of energy. And so, you know, Venus is gonna be moving into your first house. Shit. Is it gonna be this month? Yeah, Venus gonna be moving to your first house Sunday, tomorrow, shit. So I think does it start today? Let me see if it starts today. It might be happening tonight. So the thing is that, you know, you this makes sense. Like you are having your desires, because Venus represents desires. You're wanting certain things. You're desiring relationships. You know, this is, again, I have a feeling that someone might be revealing their romantic emotions to you, or I feel like it might be you that's doing it too. You know what I mean? That you are gonna be like, yo, I really like you, or I want to do this with you, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm feeling this feeling of like, um, you desire something, or someone desires you. You're desirable with a Venus in the first house. You get what I'm saying? You're desirable, or someone desires you, and they're gonna take action on it. You desire something, you're gonna take action on it. If you have an emotional connection to it. So that's what I'm seeing for the first house. Let's move over to the fourth house, right? Fourth house is a Nine of Cups. It's a beautiful card. I like Nine of Cups. It's nice. It's nice. And for the Nine of Cups, that energy definitely speaks of, hello 010. I hope this is resonating so far. But the Nine of Cups energy, this is speaking of, wish fulfillment, you getting what you want, which is amazing. You getting what you want, you getting what you desire, because you previously left something that no longer served you. And so now you're getting the things that you desire. Because you have to think about it. Before the Nine of Cups is the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups speaks of like you leaving something that you're emotionally connected to. And it was hard, but you had to do what you got to do. This is after the fact, baby. After the fact. You have left something that no longer serves you, and you notice how things just started to come together and roll together perfectly. And so what I see here is... this is interesting because this is in the fourth house. The fourth house is the house of your home, of your family, of your privacy, of your comforts, of your emotions, of your ancestry. That's what fourth house energy is connected to. So I feel like, you've been through the ringer maybe last season, a couple of seasons ago, where you had to emotionally leave something, let something go, and now you're reaping the rewards for it. And so you are building this level of comfort. You are having this level of like happiness within your home and within your family. And so that's a really amazing. I'm happy for you with that energy. You deserve it, love. And another thing too is that it's wish fulfillment. So if you've been like looking for a home, looking for a house, looking to connect with your family more, looking to manifest anything dealing with the home or the family or your emotions or your comfort or your privacy, you will receive it. Wish fulfillment. So definitely manifest during this time, Leo rises. I feel like this will benefit you wonderfully. Okay. Nine of Cups does have a edge to it that's connected to overindulgence, though. So definitely be careful. Because, we have our wish fulfillment. We feel like we're in a manifesting mood. We're like, okay, fine, I want this. And I want this too. And I want that, and that. And you got to get too excited. And, you can overindulge. So be careful, especially with it being the fourth house, the house of home. You're nice and comfy, However, this is like a beautiful card to have. I'm very happy for you guys. Scorpio, there's nothing popping off in your fourth house in Scorpio right now. And so this is just pure energy. This energy can change though because it's a minor arcana. But if you're in the same level as you are right now, like you're going to definitely benefit off of that Nine of Cups energy. So congratulations. It's amazing. All right. Let's move over to the seventh house, the house of relationships, both romantic, platonic, and business, okay? You have the Strength card. Very, very interesting, the Strength card. This kind of goes along with the opposite energy right here. This opposite energy right here. Remember I said there's someone who is taking action based off of their emotions. So whether it's you or someone doing this to you because you are desirable. Whoever this is happening to, this is taking a lot of strength, having to share their emotions, take action on their emotions. It's a lot, you know what I mean? And you think about it, you have to be strong enough to be able to handle the rejection and soft enough to be able to approach the person the right way, and gracious enough to be able to handle it like a rejection if the rejection happens, or strong enough to be able to build up the courage to be able to go to the person and tell them how you feel, but soft enough to approach them in a way where, you know, they get it, and they would want you, and you don't seem a little bit too abrasive, you know. So that could be it, but there could be any form of strength within these relationships, whether you're in a relationship or single. Single could be like, you know, again, you're liking somebody, and you don't know how to approach them, and you're just trying to work through the strength of like having these deep emotions with someone, and you know they don't know, and dealing with that. If you're single but there's nobody around, it could be a vibe of like, you know, having the strength to be by yourself. For some people that's difficult, you know, so dealing with the strength of being by yourself and working through that, or having the strength of working through past relationship issues too that you've had, healed. A lot of people been done dirty business wise, and like they're, you know, that's a relationship within itself, you know, being single or in a relationship business wise. You know, so it might be you having to let go of past like work or business partnerships that didn't work through, and learning to trust again, you know what I mean, and but yet learning to use discernment when it comes to picking your partner, whether it's romantic, platonic, or business. You feel what I'm saying? And if you're in a relationship, you might be going through some interesting moments in your relationship, for some reason I don't feel like it's due to the person you're with. It can be. I'm picking up people who it's like, so it's other people, outside interference that's fucking that's fucking up the vibe of the relationship. So I definitely see that happening. So you know, regardless though, this is a major arcana. You have the strength to be able to deal with this situation. You're good. You know, you're good. um I feel like you're good, or whoever's trying to approach you, they'll be able to handle it, because I also am feeling like an intuitive vibe of like, you know, somebody is, see, general readings, I get a whole bunch of messages coming through. um you know, I feel that too, like someone could be, um damn, I just lost a thought. Oh my god, wait. Damn, I lost the thought. I'm so sorry, y'all. Shit. If I come back to it, I'll let you know. But I do feel like there's, okay. Let me think. Let me think. I feel like there's some people who are like, I really feel that whole narrative of people coming and wanting to approach you, and it's they have to build up strength in order to do it. That's what I'm really feeling, especially with the other night card at the bottom of the deck. And so, yeah, that's what I'm really feeling right there. So regardless if it's you, someone else, like, you know, commend yourself or the other people who approach you with a proposition, whether it's romantic, business, platonic, whatever. Okay. All right, so let's go to the 10th house. This is the house of your reputation, status, career, notoriety, popularity. You know, how people see you, what's your, like, how your name precedes you. You get what I'm saying? You got the Temperance card, which is cool. This is a nice card to have, and it's amazing too because like you got two angels in your card. This is an angel for the Strength card. And this is an angel for the Temperance. So, you know, if you're going through something, just know that you have angelic guidance, and angels are really, really close to you, which is amazing. You should be very fortunate, feel fortunate for that. You have angels there to support you. They're very, very close to you. They got their eye on you, okay? But like with the Temperance cards, for this to be your reputation, stats, and career is beautiful because Temperance is balancing. This is the balancing energies. You know what's dope about the Temperance, right? One foot is on water, one foot is on land, right? And then it's showing balance here too. It's kind of like you're pouring from two different cups, and it's like there's the mountain. You just went through some like tough situations here with the mountains. You know, you probably can't see this because it's holographic, but now you're in like more calmer, flatter lands. So it's kind of balancing, showing like the balancing act that you go through in life, and how you should, you know, be prepared for whatever may happen, and just know it's a part of life. You get what I'm saying? And that's kind of like the vibe that you're putting off, which is dope. It's kind of like I'm aware of my emotions and how it goes in and out and waxes and wanes, but I'm putting my foot down onto solid ground to bring some, to ground myself, to bring some stability to what I'm going through. I'm not ignoring my emotions at all, but I'm knowing that I need groundedness to be able to move forward. Just a very mature way of approaching things. You know, the Temperance card is actually connected to Sagittarius energy. And actually the Strength is connected to Leo. So I'm gonna get back to that back to that in a second, because that's really interesting. Um, oh, and I forgot to talk about the planets here. And I'll get back to that. I'm sorry, Leos. But with the Temperance card, you know, it's connected to Sagittarius energy. And so Sagittarius is known for like jumping from one thing to another thing to another thing, being oftentimes being very non-committal at times, and that being like a problem, right? But this is like the advice for Sagittarius, right? All of our cards are advices for the when it's associated to the tropic, not tropic, but when it's connected to the zodiac. So it's kind of like, you know, I know you're into this and into that and into that, and you want to jump into different things, but try to ground yourself so you'll be able to execute what you need to execute appropriately. You get what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like that, I feel like that's the energy that you're coming off. That people are seeing you in, you know, like your job's noticing it, the people that you work with noticing it, just general people are noticing that you have this more balanced approach to you, and that you might be getting compliments based off of that too, like, wow, you're just so together, you have it together, you're balanced, you're chill, you're cool. People are going to recognize that side of you, which is really, really dope. But this might be advice as well, is, you know, you might be feeling a lot, you know what I mean? You might, especially with us going through the Cancer, this Cancer new moon's about to come up. We just went through the Capricorn full moon. You might be going a lot, but keep your foot on solid ground. That you'll be okay. You'll be fine, and things are gonna work out in your favor. Okay, you have literally angels right next to you. Um, I'm gonna talk about the planets in the 10th house and then go back to talk about the planets in the 7th house. Okay. Um, so you have Taurus, 10th house. The only this makes sense. The only energy that is in Taurus is Uranus, and so this is probably more advice for you. Uranus, you know, Uranus loves to shake shit up. Okay, Uranus likes to awaken certain things and just like shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. It's the planet of uniqueness and unconventionality. It's the planet of sporadic vibes of just things coming out of nowhere. And so, you know, you might have some random shit happening within your career off and on. You know what I mean? Uranus is slow. So this is energy's going to be in your 10th house for a while. For years. But you might have been noticing this already, like, man, I've been just random stuff just is popping up, and I'm having to use my ingeniousness to, you know, work through those situations. This is teaching you to be flexible, and with doing that, you know, you need to be balanced, just like the Temperance card. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm feeling there for you. And so just notice if there's like energies aspecting Uranus, which is happening. Uranus is square Saturn and Aquarius, so I'm going to talk about that soon. Uranus is currently squaring Mars, and Venus is going to be squaring it too. You know, there's going to be situations in which you are, you know, going through disruptions. You know what I mean? And it's affecting your reputation, status, and career. But just know this is a part of life, and Temperance's card's telling you it's a part of life. Just, it's cool. You can work through it. You'll be fine. All right. And then lastly, with the Strength card, Saturn's here. All right. Saturn is here. Let me see if Jupiter's gonna eventually end up in Aquarius. Right? No, it's not. Okay, good. So yeah, Saturn's gonna be the only energy gonna be here for a while. And so the thing is that Saturn can represent restrictions. And so there might be some restrictions in the relationships that you're trying to build. And it's just the strength that you need to, and build up and work through. Even though, like, deep down inside, you really want to take action based off your emotions on a romantic front. You need to have the strength to be able to deal with the restrictions. Or, I feel like I always say this all the time with Saturn. People say Saturn is about restrictions, and I don't like that. I feel like more a side of Saturn could be restrictive. Saturn overall is about authority. Restrictions happen because you're not having authority or control of what you need to do. You're not like taking charge. This is why Saturn is known as the adulting planet. It's all about being an adult, you know what I mean, and taking charge. And so this is actually encouraging you to have authority and control over the uniqueness that you want and the unconventionalness and the eclecticness that you expect and want in relationships. Or if relationships just are unique and eclectic and different, just take, own it up, take authority and control, and do what you feel is right in that relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, or business, right? But that is hard. Going against the grain and doing what's different is hard. So this is probably why you need to gather the strength. And the strength card is, again, connected to Leo. So I feel like, again, you might be approaching somebody, telling them what you want in a relationship, what type of relationship it is. But it could be someone else doing that too, okay? So again, going back to the Four of Pentacles, that makes sense now with you having like these cards, the Four of Pentacles coming through, you holding on to something. It could be, you holding on to your, not practicality, but you're holding on to this like essence of you of like, I'm gonna be okay no matter if they say yes or no, no matter if the situation works out or doesn't work out, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be okay. So you're actually appearing a little bit as the Four of Pentacles, appearing very stable. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm seeing here. And you're having definitely some stability when it comes to your home and your family, because you're having this wish fulfillment moment, which is lovely. You're bringing stability within your career and your reputation status. And then, you are approaching somebody with your feelings, which could be kind of like volatile. We're talking about emotions here, right? But the thing is, though, is that, you're coming off as a knight. Look at the difference between the Knight of Swords, right, and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, he's like, this is here, this is my emotions. I'm gonna, have my stability to me. I'm gonna be very straightforward, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm just walk away proud. While this Knight of Swords is like, ah. So yeah, that's the energy that I'm picking up here. The Knight of Swords, though, I feel like this is how you feeling inside, but you're trying to keep your composure outside, but inside you're like, ah. And you want to say certain things and you want to take action based off of the thoughts that you're having and the ideas that you're having. But I feel like this energy wants you to balance your emotions and your logic, you know what I mean, and then present yourself in the most royalty, kingly way that you can, because you are Leo rising. That's what your energy is all about, okay? But this reading is way longer than I expected, so I'm going to be quiet and do the extended reading. If you're interested in extended reading, come join me on Patreon. It is on the link down below. And if there's any changes and I offer this as a single off like reading, the extended readings, I will let you know, okay? Love you. Bye, y'all. Wow, this